free kick for the both teams really down to 10 men. Yaye exits the pitch as we have the Karim Watabala. Free kick, Alan Okello. Chance to get bodies into that box. Senegal will have to keep a tight midship. They do just that, averting the danger, clearing the ball away. Skipper by Asanesis, who missed out because of an injury in the last game that they played. Well enough to get to the pitch to start this one. And Slovakian possession. Long Sachin ball looking for the Willie Regan Bande. Brings it under control. Bande drifts inward. And of Sebagala to do the pass. One man. Sebagala still has possession. And becoming a Tambala. Back on the pitch. Sets a quick pass. But a little too much behind that. That goes back over the goal kick. High octane staff. No room for error. Senegal, they know a win will make them the only second defending champions to reach the semi-finals. The only other team that's been able to pull that off is Morocco. Morocco themselves stamped their ticket into the semi-finals, dumping out Tanzania. What turned out to be a cold night at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. Earlier, Kenya had to weather 120 minutes only for it to all come apart in the penalties. The second host nation also was ejected by Madagascar. Now, the only host left, Uganda, still goalless after 9 minutes. Forward. No doubt. Always on point, but the follow-up didn't really have much intent behind it. Moxa Sisse. And that does fly his trade here for Generation Foot in Senegal. One of the few players who's managed to play all 3 games so far coming into this game. 270 minutes under his belt. Soleimani Diallo, but one who changes a lot as a chance comes up here for Regan Bande, trying to drift into the box area. Support a little low or slow coming up, but eventually it appears Ugd Vs Sen whipping it across, looking for Alan Okello. Slow touch, ball goes over the line, to throw in for Uganda. Ugd Vs Sen, Maverick at the front. It's a long ball, whipped in, slight header. Off the head of Karim Watambala, not with any power behind it. Ugd Vs Sen, according to the lineup, is supposed to be a centre forward, but is one gifted with the ability to play all across the front 3 positions. We'll be not surprised to possibly see him drifting left and right and deep in positions. It's going to give quite a bit of a headache to the central defenders of the Lions of Teranga to keep pace with him. Such a ball looking for Omar Ba. Cut that out quick. Patrick Kakande just to start on the bench of this one. He did score against Senegal in that friendly in Tanzania that we talked about earlier on. That was a penalty though. Heavy overcast skies, clouds making it some excellent weather. Football. Ball nodded in. A try, player taken out. Referee will pull that back here for a free kick. Coming together with the diminutive but totally combative defensive midfield enforcer, Joe Sewunjoji. Well, that's a very small frame, but that shouldn't fool you for the fight that he packs. Managed to score a goal in the last game that he played. Big battle here to retain possession from the Vase guy. Loses out Amatechai, drifting forward. Goes on a romping run of his own. Uganda committing numbers forward. Again, Panda realizing being cut out. Getting the ball back to the defense. Torach. Through the center for Alan Okello. Okello. He's looking out on the flank, drawing in the numbers. Tries to chip the ball forward for Jude Semugari. Semugari to Abdul Karim Watambala. Playing in a very, very small space, losing out on possession. Now it's a chance to counter for the Lions of Terenga on the prowl. Libase Gaye. It's a long ball forward to chase Moussa Sisse. And Ododong will simply let that roll out. AC Villa defender. Well, restricting Moussa Sisse to a run with no fruit. Joe Matakuba managed to keep 2 clean sheets back to back against Niger and Guinea. Ghana taking their time to set themselves in formation. Matakuba launches a long, searching ball towards the final third. Well collected by Regan Pande now. Pande, Alan Okello wants the ball out to the flank. Joji picks it up fast. Joji, and now here, still retains possession. And Ododong plays safe back to Matakuba. Joe Matakuba seeking out Okello, only finds Joseph Leose. The Ugandans have the possession once again. Now it's to Regan Pande. It's been their outlet so far. Pande, Chickster, turns inside out and out. He crosses on. Oh, it's a touch too heavy. Slightly higher than the counter to Jude Semugari. And once again on the ball. Good pick up from Mark Phillips. Diop, goalkeeper here for Senegal. Torach. He could draw in the attackers here. Senegal still sticking with the age-old formation of 4-4-2. It's worked well for them. Being 2 players up front in Pape Abasse, Baji and Christian Gomez. Giving something to Torach and Ododong to keep thinking about. So rare are these sites that the Uganda Cranes has the lion's share of possession, 64.1, 35.9 for Senegal. Skirmishes of shots there, Uganda with 2, Senegal with 1. Senegal's on target, Uganda yet to find one. Biaye spreading the ball through the center, into twist and turn. Fonseca from Ventura sets a long ball looking for Omar. Omar he's a under control here, taking on Gabriel. Omar manages to glide past his marker. This could be a good opportunity. Christian Gomez had a chance, chested the ball, unable to retain his right footing. Danger thwarted momentarily here by the Cranes. The Lions still in possession. Gomez. This is Fonseca. They're going to the ground. The Cranes pick it up. Semugari looks to get into ascendance. Slipping into Alan Okello on the right. He's easily cut out here by Mbaye Ndiaye. Mbaye keeping a tight leash on Alan Okello. Must have done their prep. They know that he is the playmaker in chief. Tends to be right at the heart of everything offensive. Okello scored 3 goals in 3 straight matches, becomes the first Uganda to do so in the African Nations Championships. The only other Uganda who managed to score at least 3 is on the bench. That was way back in 2014, Yunus Junior Sentamo. Torach. Rosachi. On control by Jude Semugari. Okello with a dainty touch here from Gabriel. Now to Semugari. Tries the cross. Thwarted. And Ndiaye putting his discipline facet to good use. Keeps a tight lead on everything as Senegal look to make the turnover. There's a free kick here. Foul by Alan Okello. Gambling wanted to step in quick. Victor Fonseca, another plays in US Ugd Dakar. Needs to step in here for the suspended Mbaye Yaya Lai. Picked up a second yellow card at the very tail end of their last group stage game. A foul and a free kick. Kevin Chizito Mugweri pleads his innocence. Omar Ba stays on the ground, seems to have taken a bit of a nudge to the sternum. It's uncomfortable there. It didn't look like there was much in it. Referee, right place, sporting that and awards a free kick. He's had his moments. Some games he's been absolutely unplayable. In others, well, the less said about it, the better. Quick free kick. That's out. That's a forward. Sebagala, another tireless player. Probably one with the most meticulous touches on Uganda Crane's starting 11. So Senegal begin to ramp up the pressure. Souleymane Diallo ready on his feet, urging the team to rouse themselves to the occasion. Foul here, referee says there was a handball there by Pape Abase Banji, and it's a free kick in favor of the Cranes. 19 minutes fast approaching 20 and still goalless here. You point out earlier, Cranes having 67.5% possession in the first 15 minutes of the game. Back to the goalkeeper. Phillips Aruna Diop. Sane squares it through the center, able to get to intended target. Cranes pick it up. Abdulkarim Otambala, Regan Pandey, the willing recipient. Gets the push out across, but that wasn't well worked. Okello indicating that the ball should have come to him more than the so. I was not pleased with that delivery from Regan Pandey. It's again ruthless persist over pressing coming in from Otambala, fashioning up the chance. Fans scored for a moment. They could have gotten themselves on the front foot. Just wasn't to be. Omar asking a little too much here, Banji. Spoke of just how much they know is riding on this matchup. The press conference leading up to this game, echoing the coach's respect of their opponents, but by no means intimidated. Now the attack, pocket picked. The Cranes turn over the possession. John Matakuwa. Long sucking ball, that's a button. Possession succeeded once again to the Cranes. Lose it in quick succession as well. Rogers Garage stepping in to clear the mess. Tries to get the Cranes on the front foot. Bouncing ball, the ball is missed. Regan Bande will push it out a short. Ball goes out for a corner. This is not the place to make such mistakes. He will be very, very fortunate. Adona Bar is not punished for that incident. Went for the clearance, cleanly missed that, and had just enough presence of mind to keep tag. The questions here as it seems to signal that there might have been contact in the hand. Really doubt that. What do you do? It was as clean as they can tackle. from by Asane Sis to put that into the corner. The fans clamoring for VAR. Cranes being big beneficiaries of the assistant referee's decisions. A stack of penalties have definitely come their way. On the header goes away. Timely return here for the skipper. Doing a very decent shift, Sis. And does fly his trade for Ugd FC back in Senegal. Phillips, youth. Sis. To the center. Fonseca. Sis. In possession. Plays it. Then Moussa Cissé. By Ndiaye. Wise of Terenga. The 12th man ramping up the noise and trying to put more pressure on Senegal. That's a fall-on pass from Fonseca. Watamba. Good pass, looking for Jude Semogani, cut out well, steady defending. Really straight defense here, Senegal. Conceded about 3 goals in their last 9, 2 goals in their last 9 games in open play. Very, very solid unit that they are. So free kick for Senegal, started off quickly. Back to the goalkeeper, Mark Phillips, youth. Been at this particular stage, Senegal before. Last year it was, or in the last edition, it was against Mauritania. They managed to win that by 1 goal to 0 in 2022. The Cranes that they face off with this time. Chance for a throw in. That. 25 minutes. Corner to the near post. Hacked clear. Corner to the near post. Hacked clear by Silvergabi. Clear by Silvergabi. That's what you want to see from your forward. That's what you want to see from your forward. From your forwards. To be in the decent defensive shift. Defenses will tend to call it. Fonseca. Loda loses possession. This could be a good chance for the Cranes to spring a counter-attack. Regan Pande. There's a little lethargic there in his approach. There's been a bit of pulling and tugging here. Moxa needs to remind both players to rein it in. And at moment 40 had a lot of space and time, forgetting that Loda is equally fleet-footed. Blessed with battle speed. It's going to be an interesting battle for the next couple of minutes between those two. Christian Gomez scored in their first game. 75th minute. Senegal has established a pattern for themselves in the last couple of games that they've played. They tend to score the final 15 minutes of the game. Jude Semogani is now lumping forward. Jude Semogani touch. Did have quite the verve behind it. That's enough to excite the fans in the stands. Call it whetting the appetite. The referee signals a foul here from Libasi Gaye on Habata Chai. Looking for the Uganda Cranes to lay that in the path of the oncoming attackers of the Cranes, but touch not pristine enough. Ricky sinking Alan Okello, the little magician. Now to Enoch Sebagala. Has support from Gavin Chizito. Tries a whip cross. Senegal lacked to the tactic and managed to cut that out quite quickly. Going here for the Cranes. Saragala. Mugwedi. Gavin. The cross once again. Niels Ifra manages to intercept the path of the ball. Now a throw for the Cranes. Well, the Ugandans have long been known for being very good at long throws, and it looks like this is the moment. Gavin Chizito will attempt to put that to use. Long throw into the box area. Lovely ball still up for the taking. Actually hacked clear by the lines of Terenga. Achai. Pande. Big shuffle of the feet, trying to turn on the dime, but just couldn't. Oh, goes out here, and that's a throw in. Just another look at that clearance from Ventura. They do know he tends to pop up with an explosive goal. Pass. Interception. Semogabi. Judge for a body charge. Christian Gomez. That's a free kick. Arnold alone, who now has a bit of a distraction. The referee. By 4 minutes, the Cranes now have to man the barricades. 8 goals they've scored so far in this tournament, which is their best ever tally. Managing just 8, and they've conceded 6 goals. Ironically, the 6 goals were in 2 games, so conceding, when they do, 3 each time. Free kick. Popped in. Matakowa will block that. Pretty simple, but had to take 2 touches of it to bring it under control. That's a foul from Enoch Saragala. Matakowa, I think his second save of the game. Making sure he got to that in time, and prevented by Asane Ses from returning to the game with a goal to his name. Senegal are facing an East African opponent for the 5th time. Played 4 games so far, winning 2, drawing 1, and losing once. Interestingly, they have not scored in their last 2 such meetings with an East African opponent. Now for the Cranes, it's their 9th match against a West African opponent. 8 games they've played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. They've won 3 of their last 4 such encounters against West African teams, including 2 in Niger and Guinea, most recently in this edition of the African Nations Championship. 96 minutes on the clock, still goalless at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Seems to be a pattern here. We are yet to see a goal in the opening 45 minutes of the quarterfinals of this year's edition of the tournament. Cranes still on the superior hand as far as possession is concerned, as they seem to also be in the front foot when it comes to fouling. Ball just punched off. That's a blow in the final third for the Cranes against the Lions of Terenga. Pick up. Not in his possession, but he thought he had more time and space closer to Joji. Midfielder for the Kampala Capital City Authority Football Club, popularly known here as KCCA-FC. Referee Mahmoud Mosa just checking up on players and making sure everything is spick and span. He was the referee for the under-20 finals where Senegal beat Gambia in Egypt by 2-0 to lift that trophy. It's the center referee here now. Somebody looks to intercept, and the Cranes are beneficiaries of his tenacity. Alan Okello has support and picks up Regan Bande on the left. Bande, Regan, looking at the shot. He does. Well closed down. Cranes retrieve possession. Habata looks to go. The accelerated board. Crosses in. Ball averted. Heading away. The play from Layus. Back heel for Okello. Watambala. Edge of the blocks area. Gavinches it up. Joins into the fray. Watambala. 6-7 Joji. The Cranes spreading the ball out and recycling possession. 7 Joji. Watambala is his place. This is wrong. Watambala twists. Steps away from a challenge. Photo arch. Cranes committing numbers forward. Picked up a shot. Saragala all smothered out. And Christian Gomez will say to the lines of Telenga on the front foot. Well, that's a foul, according to the assistant referee, and a yellow card here for Habata. He acknowledges that that was a professional foul. Acknowledges the yellow card from the referee. Totally had that Senegal on the front foot, looking to turn a counter-attack in. So the first booking of the game, also Habata. Interesting reactions here from the stands. Batachai picking up his first yellow card of the tournament. Overall, very clean player, normally. 45% of the action has been in Senegal's third over the last 15 minutes or so of play. Need to find a way to themselves out of their own backyard and try and get on to more of the front foot. Five minutes left to play in this half. Watambala on the attack, gets it on to Jude Senegali. Senegali Jude in possession. What can he come up with? Looking for Regan Bande. Now wearing singing off the same song book. Another flyer set. To play that back to the defense. Fonseca. Mbaye Ndiaye. The skipper assists. Dogaba. Back to Asane Sis. Asane. Siani Mbaye Ndiaye. Omaba out on the flank. As support. Senegal now looking to rock up a bit of the figures. As far as possession is concerned, with no such a more attempt to keep it in play by Lebase Guy. Not looking quite fruitful. Had the first genuine opportunity. Bande, Fellow able to control, and Senegal stays on the ground, clutching his thighs in throes of pain. Throes of agony just washing over his face. Bala seems to protest that there should have been a demonstration for that particular incident. I did see much of it. They're coming together. Regan Bande had the opportunity to try to play that into space for Alan Okello. Just could not connect with the little magician. The Cranes scored 8 goals so far in this tournament. Interestingly, 5 of those goals, the bulk of their goals have come in the first half, and the 3 have come in the second half. Well, they're yet to score. And if the stats are anything to go by, they've conceded 6 goals, 5 of those coming in the second half. Half where Senegal have been proficient, as all their goals have come in the final 15 minutes of their games. At the moment, it does require a stretcher to get him off. That would be a big time. Confirmation, there will be no less than 3 time added. No less than 3 minutes time added in the first half. That's up. He's now effective Ivan Ahebesi way. The newly signed KCCA Football Club striker will take to the pitch. It's a painful end. Senegal is service to the nation for tonight. Critic of this area, Alan Okello made a few decisions to make. Has the technique to try and work the goalkeeper from this distance, but maybe better serve trying to cross that ball. Okello goes for the goalkeeper, easy peasy. Simple save. Both teams were at their lowest ebb. Uganda's total shot conversion is 22.86. While coming into this game, Senegal's was at 11.76. In total, among all the 8 nations that made to the quarterfinals, these 2 have had the lowest tally when it comes to shot conversion. Christian Gomis going to the ground way too easily. Seems to think that he was fouled in that incident. The protests are rising. Well, we have another look at the incident. Oh, the dog, is he tripping? Was there enough contact? Oh, well, that's what you definitely would have to leave for the officials to determine. For the moment, Christian Gomis still seems to be in quite a bit of pain here. Tail end of Smacha. Last contact there between Odong and Gomis. Is it enough to warrant a penalty? The video assistant referee is checking the incident. Doesn't look like the referee is convinced. The check is complete. Doesn't look like Gomis is very convinced with the outcome. Having a bit of back and forth tete with Odong. Just have another look at that incident from this angle. From this angle, could have looked like there was a bit in it in the appeal from Gomis. Nonetheless, an intense scrutineering of the moment from the video assistant referee designates nothing more to it. 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the 3 that were added in extra time. And right on cue, the referee brings the first 45 minutes to a close. As it has been in the rest of the quarterfinals, still no goals to write about, and it will now become a straight showdown in the next 45 minutes. There will be satisfaction from Gomis and a couple of teammates, with the referee thinking they deserve the penalty in that moment. Souleymane Diallo has a wry look about him. And for the moment, they are still pending as it's Uganda 0, Senegal 0, right here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium in the quarterfinals of the African Nations Championship. What do the numbers look like? Uganda, for the very first time in this tournament, indulging the loud share of possession, 52 to 48. They've had more of the shots, but they both had 2 on target, with Senegal's causing more of the threat in the game. Twice, or once at least, having forced Joe Mutakuwa into a fine stop. There've already been a huge number of fouls, together with 7-6 for Senegal. One of those resulting in Jude Mugabe getting stretched off the pitch. And both teams have picked up a yellow card each at halftime, with the scoreline still goalless.
Hello there. Do you want to own a home? Welcome to Ugd, a Kenyan government initiative offering affordable home ownership opportunities to every Kenyan. We have projects across the entire country. With a deposit of 5% the value of the house and a fixed interest rate of as low as 3%, your journey to home ownership begins. Log in to the eCitizen portal or dial *832#. Register with 200 shillings only and start saving via mobile money, debit card or credit card to achieve the required deposit. From the listed housing developments, select your preferred location and apply for a housing unit to begin your journey towards home ownership. Prices start from 640,000 Kenya shillings. Visit Omayangu at www.
Halo, niletee kama kawaida. Kama sio kabagara, wacha kiuma.
Hii chapati ni tamu sana.
Omera, sere bila kabagara, sio sere.
Dukani usitishe unga, itisha kavagara.
Boss, uko sawa? Uko sawa? Maybe it's a busy day, you know? Kazi lazima.
Faster speeds, better experiences, over 50 million Kenyans. One network, Safaricom, Upoje Ulipo.
Aya, yaani tunauza pikapu mzima saa hii. Imeisha. Ai, kila mtu anataka kununua kwako. Siri ni hii, mimi hupanda na dhabiti DAP na palilia na dhabiti CAA au dhabiti urea na basi Matokeo ni mazao ya ajabu.
Thabiti Algon Fertilizer is the surest partner in successful farming. Thabiti is available in various sizes that suit your pocket. Algon Kenya, transforming farms and lives through technology.
Michuano ya CAF ya mataifa ya Afrika 2024 ni njia ya kuzindua kupanua mtandao wa wachezaji ulimwenguni. Timu itakayoshinda itazawadiwa dola za Marekani milioni 3.5 pamoja na kujivunia kulinyanyua kombe hilo. Pata manufaa zaidi kutoka kwa CHAN 2024 mubashara na kipute cha kipekee kwenye runinga ya KBC Channel 1, wenzio wa dhati michezoni.
At the heart of Kenya's transport infrastructure is the Mechanical and Transport Directorate, MTD, under the Ministry of Roads and Transport. We oversee a network of services spread across 24 strategic regions, ensuring efficiency in plant and transport services nationwide, from road construction and maintenance to the provision of specialized equipment to manufacturing services. We support infrastructural development across the country. We carry out inspection and valuation of government vehicles, plant and equipment in view of pre-delivery, repair and maintenance and disposal. We also inspect second-hand imported motor vehicles for roadworthiness as per KEBS KS 1515 and conduct occupational tests for drivers and operators. For more information, visit mtd.go.ke or call 0718 976 445. The Mechanical and Transport Directorate, Quality Mechanical and Plant Services. There is something that drives us to become the people we are, the people we care most about. Thanks to Madison Better Life Medical Cover, your family can now have access to the best care 24/7. Go ahead, take on the world with Madison Better Life Medical Cover today. Call us today on 0709 922 666. Madison Group, life without worry.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a profession? Welcome to Sensei College, where innovation meets action. At Sensei, we don't just teach, we train, we equip with hands-on market-driven courses. Join thousands of Kenyans and the rest of the world who have launched their careers with just an idea. Our friendly learning environment, modern facilities, and skilled instructors give you the support you need to thrive. Looking for industry-based training with real tools, real skills, and real outcomes? Look no further. Call 0705 000 777.
Attention all journalists in Kenya. The Media Council of Kenya, MCK, is calling you to apply or renew your 2025 press card now. It's fast and easy. Just log on to your online portal at www.mediacouncil.or.ke. For more information, email us at accreditation@mediacouncil.or.ke or call 0110-131-447 or visit us at Britain Center, Nairobi, or our Mombasa, Meru, Nakuru, and Kisumu offices. You can report violations or press freedom issues by calling us on 0702 222 111. Stay legit. Hurry your press card on duty. Always ready, always professional. MCK, promoting press freedom and responsible journalism.
Magharibi mwa Kenya. Maisha ya familia moja maskini yanaelea kwenye ukingo wa taabu.
Umetoa wapi hizi pesa?
Wewe ndio mwizi na mtibabu.
Baba ni mlevi, ameitelekeza familia yake na inayumbayumba.
Leo mimi sijalewa na bado na
Andrew, adui mkubwa wa familia hii, anaichukia
shamba.
Toka mbele yangu wewe.
Hauogopi Mungu, hauogopi shetani.
Congratulations, Zima.
Kwanza, mbona tunadaktari anadanganya?
kwa Josh. Kilichosalia ni mzigo mkubwa zaidi kielimu kama atafaulu kujiunga na chuo na kimaisha. Je, atatoboa? It is 0-0 at halftime at Nambole Stadium between Uganda and Senegal. First 45 minutes action played, no goal yet. Who will blink fast in the second half? Well, of course, we're here to talk about the first 45 minutes and what are the talking points with me. Of course, it's Dan Mwendwa and Kadeli Aita. Mwendwa, why has Uganda not been able to break Senegal's defense?
First, let's comment on Uganda. There is a very good coordination between Semugambi and Alan Okello in the right wing, and Regan Pambe and June Semugai in the left. Uganda are creating the chances. Uganda are making, but the finishing is
one thing.
It's one thing.
Is that true? That's what Kadeli.
Yes, of course, they did everything well, but failed to arrive at the final third. So they need maybe someone or somebody to capitalize chances in the next second half, because Semugabi is injured, but even Ahimbisibwe is in. I remember Ahimbisibwe came on during the Guinea match and scored. So he's really a good striker and an option to the attacking.
Yeah, what's happening with the link-up play especially from both sides of the wings? Just quickly before we get to Nambole.
The Ugandans, the link-up play, they need to coordinate well and maybe provide that, cutting edge up front.
Yeah, Senegal sitting and waiting most of the time for the pressure up front. Do you expect to see any changes in how they approach the second half?
They should focus more on the attacking and on the wings, because they've been very poor. As you can see, Christian Gomez has a good play, but we expect something to.
Thank you. Let's get back to Nambole for the second half of this particular match, the quarterfinal between Uganda and Senegal.
And right here at halftime, if Mayose has anything today, well, his mind will be set on a deafening silence. The Cranes forced into an early substitution in the past 45 minutes as Jude Semugabi picked up a knock. In his place, Alvin Ahimbisibwe taking to the pitch. So the first substitution of the game, Alan Okello, yet to leave a mark on the game. And normally he just needs one, and his job is done. Well, it's jubilation and joy as we welcome you back to the Mandela National Stadium. Jermaine Agassa is your commentator out here in what is turning to be Party Central, Kampala, Uganda. The Pamoja bid, well, is united at least on one front, and that is in joy, in happiness, in cheer, in hospitality. This is how we live life in East Africa. True definition of the phrase, Hakuna Matata. The referee will let the fanfare continue as the two teams handle up on the pitch and the fans continue to have a truly good time in serious business of high stakes in the next couple of seconds. Decked in country colors. They'll be out here looking to make an impact on this particular one. Second half set to get underway, as seen from above, the Nelson Mandela Stadium, a stadium where that man made his mark. Geoffrey Massa, currently the team manager of the Cranes, and one of the who also played for the Cranes, is the man that will now fondly be remembered for masterminding the Cranes' ability to, well, qualify from the group stages. He has another 45 minutes to conjure up some enchantments and weave the Cranes into the next round. Well, the substitution here from Senegal, a change at halftime as Mokta Koite Serene is set to be brought in. Second half gets underway before he gets to lace his boots onto the pitch. Quick restart here from Senegal. To the center of the park, there'll be an attempt for a shot from distance. Trying to figure out if the mark of Joko Takua is in sport. Moussa Sisse not quite able to get that goal there. Already on a yellow card for a tactical foul, just like Amatachai. The 2 cards in the game so far. Buck Phillips, Aruna Diop, Mae Ndiaye. Joseph Lyose looks for the return ball, just doesn't come well enough, and then there's an equally hand pass intended for Alan Otello, but that was overcooked, as would be the phrase here. Just go to the line for a throw in. "45 more minutes. Extra time beyond if need be." Abdul Karim Watambala wants to settle the mark here. Regan Pandey drifts into a box area. Ghosts in and forgets the ball in his rear view. Watambala. Sebaga. On and on to Rogers Garage Okaki. It's a long searching ball. Well intercepted now, looking to push the mark, and that's a foul on Bar. On Enoch Sebagala. Very clean players, Enoch Sebagala. And a very, very pristine fast touch. Not this time. The referees managed to block him there for a foul. Mark Philip Diop. Long searching ball forward, looking for Christian Gomez. Only finds Enoch Sebagala. Back to Joe Otakuba. And that was his spread in the eastern part of the nation Uganda. Right where the Nile is for Uganda Limited, which is known as Boone Football Club. It's a foul, free kick. Very pointing to an earlier incident. Rogers Garage, one of the beneficiaries here. Play ticket. 2 moments back. One earlier free kick on play. Only now teams here looking a little cagey. We took more cagey than they were in the first 45 minutes, but perhaps understandably so. 45 minutes are do or die. This was a poker table. This is where you go for block. That's all in or all out. And like what stays in, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And this is the African Nations Championship. All that happens here will be broadcast for the world to see. Correct. Foul, and it's a free kick. Maybe a personal. We can't figure out where on the top line of the Queen's technical area. A bit of anxiety could be read from the faces of the fans. Ball is picked up here by Sebagala. Looks up and sees an old rushing Regan Pandey. Well cut out. Ivan Hibisime keeps the move alive. Now to Pandey. Pandey measures across, looking for Watambala. Ball is cut away. Good defending from the lands of Terenga. The Cranes pick up position once again. How about Achai? Accelerates. Achai still in position. Has support to the outside. When Pandey looks up for the cross. Once again, Armstead. This is top notch defending by Asani. Cranes flexing the offensive muscle here. That ball is lost out here. Poor pass. A chance to now straight forward for Omar Bar. Omar in possession. Pass out well by Rogers Garage. It's the ball away, but we're able to do much to retain possession here. Watambala. Glancing it on for Achai. They get a little feet forward for Achai. Gets it forward for Pandey. The cross is in! Well, that could have very easily gone the wrong side of the post. And the Cranes fans know it. Smelling by and dying. Coming face to face with every defender's worst nightmare. A goal is paid. A goal from your own boot is absolute hell. Regan Pandey vertically stretching out to cross the in. Have to make his decision in a split second. Simon and Kisumu bringing down his leg. The corner is whipped in. He just walked up the danger there with a powerful clearance from the head. Shot from distance. Well blocked. Sebagala's attempt. Brings retain possession. Parach. Anthony Cummins now plays it to Watambala. Back to Sewajoki. Parach. Needs to venture forward, thinks twice about it, and plays it back to Parach. Looks to sprint out to the right. The target was happy to hit off. It's a nice brush off for Umar. Well, the goalkeeper to pick that up. Able to find into the goal. So he started out life as a centre back, which had some sense in the defensive midfield. Looks like he's finally settled into his position as a right back. The Gavin Pandey. We'll try Havertz. Back to Pandey. In that line for width and trying to stretch out the Senegalese defense. Now we had a full end. Pick up his food. And over the Parach. Again, he's a long ball, looking for Pandey. He's consistently the target here. Now Senegal keeping two with him every single time. Okelo gets onto the ball. Tiny pockets of space in Pandey still wrestles the ball in the grasp. With hands of Terenga. Good pass coming in for Gatlin. Brings up Enoch Sebagala. Keeps the ball alive. Sebagala tries to drift back this marker. Only have a corner to show for it. Much to the appreciation of the fans for the praise. This is more encouraging from the home side, from the hosts. Trying to get themselves into more offensive positions right now. Spectre pack with fans here, anticipating. Zalal Kano set to deliver the corner. Off in the middle of the park, and that's getting away once again by Mali Yai. Let it off with real citadel here. Just no reaching his mark. That is, in spite of the fact that he suffered a full victory earlier on in the game. Okay, we take two. A ball drifts towards the ground, appeals for penalty. The referee has no thought about it. Asane Sis. We have another look here. Oh, Brazil with the body. It looked like it was Christian Police. That might have had a coming here. Was a well-chested down ball. No penalty at all there. And well cleared away by Asane Sis. Desperate ball, but still lands clean at the feet of Regan Pandey. Glances out to see who's available to support. The Cranes lose possession. Fonseca. The counter-attack now. The lines of Terenga. They do have numbers streaking forward. Now accelerating out of the block. Left in his wake. A good pick up from goal. That was a little naive from AC Villa defender. Fortunately, no pain to Dr. Regan Pandey. Another one from Villa. Sets it up here for Alan Kelly. Edge of the box area. Slot Euro pass. Head well intercepted by Donald Lyose. They are knocking on the door. They are hammering up the gates. They're battering at the faces. Cranes are paying for the goal. And Senegal are holding fort. Another corner. At the moment, Uganda have attempted 17 crosses in this match, which is higher than their average of 16 so far in this tournament. Still going strong here. Alan Okelo with another delivery to a chance of relay from the fans in the stands. Could this be the moment? The anticipation is sky high. 55 minutes played, still goalless. That substitution that is still pending. Sulemani Diallo will let the set piece play out fast. We've been averted instantly. He's had a chance to raise him again. Silva falls his feet to get back to Okello. Tries a cross, but that will not be one of his better attempts. Instruction pretty clear from Sulemani Diallo. Calm the pace down, calm the game down. Be in for a slew of changes if while he's on the bench is anything to go by from Senegal. Have 3 substitutes, or as many as 3 substitutes. Just a bit. Roda. Serungoji. Once again, in ascendance. Pande tries another cross. Looks like this time he was thwarted well by the defense. Mark Phillips, Aruna Diop, finding himself in a bit of action back-to-back in the first couple of minutes of the second half. The Cranes pick up position once again. Watambala. Ivan Ahimbusiwe. Regan Pande, the tormentor in chief. Easy. Tries to get the ball back. That sliding challenge there from Christian Bottas. We only put that out here for a moment. Very anxious faces. Game still very much in a deadlock. Neither team able to get the upper hand just as yet. Kello getting a little bit more inspired and a little more influential on the proceedings in the second half. And as promised, a triple substitution. Right, a couple of changes here anticipated. Now the picture, Issa Kane plays for Casa Sports in Senegal. Set to be thrown into the fray, a midfielder to impact all the game. We'll also have Ugd Vs Sen also introduced into the game, and it's the end of the game for Bonaventura Fonseca. With the first man that will be sacrificed here by the Lions of Terenga. It's a chance here for the rest of the players on the field to hydrate. Christian Gomez is the other player that will get to exit the game as well. Christian Gomez, another player that comes off. And the final player is Pape Amase Bachi coming off. More slew of changes. All of them finding all of them looking to get forward, but quite a bit of difference for more numbers in that midfield. One of those substitutes is the man Walter Koite. Played that game against the Cranes in Tanzania. That was the Sekafa Tri-Nations tournament. Managed to score the solitary goal for Senegal late in that game, 88th minute it was. Will he turn it on once again here for the Cranes, where it really matters? Abdul Karim Watambala. It's the head of Hamatech line. And once again to the feet of Regan Pande. Spreads it out. Support here from Sebagala. Lower center, Watambala. Gets Gavin into the game. That wall for Alan Okello. And the attack, Serungoji. To the advance, Gavin tries to get the ball back to Okello. Okello coming together. And a couple of players go down. That's a free kick. Basegai only had 4 completed passes in the first 45 minutes. Well, he was a shining luminary in the early proceedings, but since then, he trailed off as what is tremendous seems to be the very animated conversation out on the bench. 1 hour of action done, down to the final 30 minutes of the 90 to be played. it. Tries to keep the ball racing to keep the ball within the confines of play, but that's a little too much from himself. So it's pretty interesting to see that he's willing to try. Well, I also trying to get the contact, we lose possession, ball taken away. 61 away on the other, this is Kaye. Functions up the cross, the ball is good for the chance here, shot it! And it's the defending champions that draw first blood right here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. No foul for Senegal against the run of play, against the odds for the moment. They silence the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Disbelief from Joe Mutakwa. Well, there'll be no cheers right here for the Cranes. And it's a chance to get into the dance, or they could be waltzing their way to the semi-finals. Snip up and a quick acceleration of pace. Ibase Kaye, the orchestrator in chief, and when the ball landed flash, no mistake from Omar Ba. Angles that brilliantly with surgical precision. Bottom corner, goalkeepers always hate that. And that just might be the moment that puts the Lions of Terenga 1 foot towards the semi-finals. Uganda 0, Senegal 1. What a way to bring themselves into the game. What a way to say Dalen Ugd Vs Senegal. Brilliant stuff from Umar Ba. They have thrown the first ball and now handed Uganda the gauntlet if they dare. Cranes now have to figure a way back into this game. No strangers from doing that. The last game against South Africa have to come from 1 deficit to level the tie, and that was in 6 minutes. That's an asterisk out. The referee will drop the card here. It's a yellow card against Roger Storage. Substitutions have definitely brought a new surge of life into the defending champions, making more aggressive, more potent with every attack. Now that defense of Uganda seems to be a little bit of disbelief. Yellow card for just a watch. Ibase Kaye assisting his first goal in the African Cup of Nations, that is in the African Nations Championships. It was an outstretched elbow, could have been worse. Poor play there from the Ugandan skipper. Will have their backs against the wall. Now must more than ever put their full weight to creating opportunities to get back into the game. Quick kick here for Senegal. Launched long into the far end for Kaye as an assist. Couldn't get to that. Kaye, skipper. A very, very tremendous contribution in the defense. Leon Christian Onis gave a good go at it. Substituted. Now the goal has come. Might be just a possibility that he could feature again in this tournament. Not if the Cranes have something to say about it, and cannot get onto the ball. Sport is a little slow to arrive. The Cranes will take possession. A try. Mpande gets onto the ball. Cranes need to walk down time. I think this is cross coming in. Fooled almost everyone except the goalkeeper. Just stayed with his wits about him. But Phillips blocked. Stretch out and pull back away. The searching ballers is a player now on the ground. That's Cisse, and that's another yellow card brandish. The Cranes need to keep themselves in check. And also another, the latest to go into the referee's little book. Now the Cranes will be working on three eyes. They are trailing goals. Now they do have quite a number of players already taken note of by the referee. Taken away by Gavin from the restart. Zito. Zambala. Sebakala. Some hefty clearance from Taraj. Keep working this way. All advantage. Senegal committing numbers to that defense and now looking to counter. It's a good touch coming in from the Cranes. Watambala stands for options. Gets out Achai. Achai with a shot from distance. No scrambling there. The moment takes place. Set. Joel Jochi has gone into warrior mode. They need to find a way to fight back into this game. Corner kick, Kello. Brings it in for the far post, and over the goal. That's total targets. Similar shades of goals scored in Tanzania against Senegal. But for a set piece, inside using the boot to hook it back to the far post. This time, this doesn't happen. Respect. Attacking ball looking for Pointer. Just out for more than 4 in. Patrick Kakande chomping up the bit to get onto the pitch. Can only do much to encourage his defense on the pitch. So you have possession, must make use of it. All coming attacker. Senegal pressing with dedication and determination. They've been here before. Managed to win a slew of games in the 2022 African Nations Championship in Algeria by a 1-0 scoreline, particularly in the knockout stages. Solitary goal tends to do the deed for them. Easy to clear it, and then just brushes off Chris there. Long to the right, that's a warning. Couple substitutions are also in the opening here for the Cranes. It's Ventura Patrick Kakande will be one of those, the other Yunus Junior Sentano. Continue to chant, continue to believe. Now only key for the top man to stay to take the game. 21 minutes and counting. Umapa. This is that lucky guy. Marches off the cross. Lukaku beats that with ease. Watches alone, ball, fast time, looking for the Pande. Get it clear. Want to pick up the return ball here from Senegal. Umapa. All the way back to Asane Cisse. Felix Asane to Aruna Diouf. My DI. Snatching ball. Joji losing out. Nick back here from Guy Ladise. Cranes still dominating on possession. And it's the goal that has settled for the lines of Terenga. Koite still holding on to the ball. Sends it to the flank. Back to Koite. Closing figure that he is. The Cranes chasing shadows. By BIA. Back to the goalkeeper. Phillips Youth. Uganda attempted 11 shots in this match, which is higher than the average of 10.7 the African Nations Championship. And has been defensive enough to earn them with five. A try. Sebagala. Back to Sebagala from Torach. Where is it to hang over off? Amat Achai. Regan Pande. Pande glances up, finds Okello. Okello tries to get to a hit, single quick. It's a definitive breakthrough here from Joji. That ball is lost instantly. Now Koite holds possession here for the likes of Serenga. Tuna rushing him forward. Be happy to the rest of the team slip into a defensive position. And there's a clean chip in, looking for Sisai. Rushing off the ball. That was a brilliant, incisive breakaway from Nick Sisai. The long doing just enough within the confines of the game to keep him off his mark. Once again, Joe Pande. There's another battle here. Shows too much the ball to go about. Was it out about doing a brilliant job to keep Pande shackled. In the same way, that goes forward. That means you go close to the ground. Counter-attack is lost by Senegal. Foul hit by Ugd. It's a free kick. Well, three substitutions that are proven to be quite the master stroke here by Suleiman Diallo, Sisai Koite, and Issa Ken. Ukane definitely made their mark. Now it's chance to make a swap up by the Cranes. Here comes Yunus Junior Centamo, taking the place of Regan Pande. And surprise, surprise, it's Abdul Karim Watambala that will exit the game. In his place will be Jonah Patrick Kakande. Well, a slight drizzle stands on the Mandela National Stadium. There's often a held notion of superstition that the Cranes never lose when it rains at the Mandela National Stadium. Well, they'll need that superstition now to be put to the test more than ever. Lama Vibase, Guy, takes the cross and earns the corner. Also, steadily ticking away from the Cranes. Really definitive in knowing that all we need to do now is keep their defensive shift intact and they will be home and dry. 6 clean sheets in their last 7 games, conceded only 2 goals in the last 9 games of the Chad tournament. It's a tall order to get past this Senegalese defense. Kakande gets the ball in play. Achai looks to spring the ball out here looking for Alan Okello. Needs to get as influential as he can right now. Spreads it out for Yunus Junior Centamo, the hitman. Back to Okello. Okello through the center for Sebagala. Back to Okello. Searching pass there from Seru Joji. But thwarted on the first attempt by Senegal. Kakande. Full of run. Jonah Patrick. And Okello. Big glance around, seeking options. Sebagala. Coming to the top. To the center. Misiwe makes himself available. The ball is lost. Line pass there from Seru Joji. Koite. Koite position. Pass after the man. Closing down. Great retreat possession. Kakande on the attack. They have options. The ball is flipped away. Just enough here to put the ball into touch as Nicholas Were looks a little disillusioned. A similar fate that is shared by many in attendance. 34,202 right here in the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Olivier Poisson has enough in his magic bag of tricks once again Absent pick up uppercut. Odom. Selugoji. Senagala. Trying to play forward for Akande. Cranes looking to hug the lines and play out of the whip as much as possible. Once again, go through that emotional grinder. I think they felt just a couple of days ago against South Africa on Monday. 5 days later, they are right back in the same place. Slip up here, could be an opportunity for a counter. Good pick up here from Sise, tries to drift his way in. So Joji lost his footing and quite clearly had the initiative to allow Jokerega. Another Kelo's timely intervention did just enough. They really pounced out here, saying with clear daylight in front of him, Another Kelo putting a defensive shift here. It's a corner kick. Waves for Union Sportive Orene down in Senegal. You have a corner slip on the surface out there on the beach, judging by the number of slips and falls. Center to make as much contact with the ball as you would have wanted. Okelo onto the ball. Defending pass, gets into Selagala. Spreads it out for Kakande, one footed, but he's on foot. And Daudama just keeps it in play. They have the numbers getting behind the ball. Youth launches a long ball going route one to Lebasse Guy, brings that calmly under control. Just in one way, then the other. In the pains on Gabi Chizito, sticking to him like a shadow. Rush. Giving away the ball there, not being under pressure, and Senegal fouling again. Already on a yellow card, looking quite a bit of the tightrope. Senegal that midfield, wouldn't be surprising for little later on. They picked him as a man for substitution. Omar got a touch on that and was looking to the front foot. Only a couple of instructions there to the latest signing from Viper Sports Club. In the meantime, there'll be another substitution. Samboye, who introduced it to the fray a little later on. Anna plays for Yambas down in Senegal. Coming in. Pass to the flank with Layose. Ball headed away. Selagala. Heavy touch and still retains possession. Tries to shoot that pass. Looking for Ivan Hidisiwe, which is out. Moussa Sise. Plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Youth. Let's go look one. That will be easy pickings here for Momotakuwa. Gets the ball in motion once again. Amatachai. Arnold. To Rogers to Rush. Now substitution anticipated for Lions of Terenga. Want that ball clear. Voltaire looking for Cisse. These two having a perfect combination, feeding off each other. Now bringing Libase Guy to the gate. Easy going in his marker, creating some semblance of space. Cross was anticipated well and closed down here by Rogers Storage. Crane fill up the land share of possession. Not much it's doing them in terms of favors. And they have 10 minutes to keep themselves alive in the African Nations Championship. Shot from distance, miscued and skewed off target. This rolls away away harmlessly here for a goal kick. 10 minutes for the Uganda Cranes. Find a way back into this and join Morocco. There's a substitution to that effect. Moussa Cissé is the man that is withdrawn. In his place, Boy will be the man to take his spot. Very guy as the player that is withdrawn for the Lions of Terenga. In his place will be by Yaye, a defender. He's going to look to get on the front foot. Might be time to call up that defense. That solitary goal could be all that important. Showing up the defense, showing up the midfield, anxiety creeping in, restlessness from Senegal. A bit of disillusion from the substituted Ugandan players. 8 minutes, corner, whipped into the near post, but brilliant delivery there from center move. Now we hold the ball, cross, cycling, pedaling, and they are another corner. So they have to keep it contact, they have to keep the roots back there. Uganda committing moving forward. Only 2 players will be entire team out of the final third. The shot comes in, ruffle at that distance. And he's the manager now and not ball striker anymore, but Ivan Ahimisiwe, the catcher into the hunter, was on the mark, just failing to get proper touch to that. When it landed, I know the goal. Used his knee, another inner part of his shoe, and that is nothing more than a wasted opportunity. 7 minutes to go. Uganda 0, Senegal 1. Okay. Also to marshal that midfield. May have to rock double time as Uganda continues to 4 bodies forward. Point for Senegal. Speaker needed to keep in position. That's a very smart way from Ayai. Watch. So it's come back to the ball and that's west to Mota Koite. Cut back, ball through, that's teased away. Good clearance from Enoch Sabagana. Well. The drama in this game, ceaseless. Sabagana. Referring to the referee in regards to time. Cissé. Will take the other. Cissé gets past 2 players. Cissé teasers it up. Kande gets back to clear up the mess. Kello. Ball searching. Beaten hope. Ball is in the way. Short off here by Asanesis. The Cranes are possession. The entire technical bench is on the touchline. It is a needs-must moment. Somehow, they are right back where they were on Monday. 6 minutes on the clock, and they must find a way back into the game. Seragala in possession. Flips it in, looking for Ivan Ahimisiwe. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Bring him on the line for a goal kick. Now they're willing themselves forward. They're putting up as good a fight as they can. But for the East African part of the continent, it's barely 5 minutes left for any host to stay in the running. Uganda, the last hope. The other two in Tanzania and Kenya falling at the same hurdle, the quarterfinals. Senegal could guarantee that all 3 are done in the next 5 minutes. Long touch. Ball knocked out. Once again by back heel. Getting very adventurous here. Back to the goalkeeper, Diouf. Here's his line. This could be the opening goal. Center ball tries to get the ball slipped in. Tiny defending from Bare Asane Sis. Not many times does your center ball get such opportunities and fluff them. But neither was he aware of the defensive acumen of the central defender and captain of the Lions of Terenga. Bare Asane Sis is getting in and doing enough to impede his movement, preventing him from even getting a touch to that ball. The goalkeeper, Mark Phillips, Aruna Diouf, picks the ball. It's another substitution. And Modevier is now throwing every offensive attribute on that bench onto the pitch. Alan Okello off. On comes Usama Arafat. Usama Arafat Kiza, brother to one who's already been in the Crane squad, even at the China tournament. Currently now flying to train in South Africa. It's the goalkeeper, Ismail Watenga. Then he's back in this tournament. Now he's here, the brother. Sama Arafat could do the same, especially if he makes a telling contribution in the next 3 minutes. Cranes are displayed on numerous occasions and never say die attitude. Not many get a chance against South Africa with 6 minutes to go and the score at 3-1. They betted on themselves and they came out trumps to a resounding victory. The highs of Monday will be quickly forgotten on Saturday. Diouf picks the ball. 2 minutes to go. The clearance will go to the line. It's a throw. Restarted quick. Cranes ready to squeeze a lot of action in every ounce of the game. The front foot. Hefty touch for Usama Arafat. Zeru Joji plays it back. Torach. And all along. Kakande, turning one way, then the other. Leaves his marker trailing. Kakande now picks his pass. Tries to get a ball to Ivan in the sewer. As two markers bearing down on him. Another try. Kakande to a try. A try. The cross is in! And able to make the mark. Oh, way too close. And Christmas Musima knows that might have been the get out of jail card. They're still shackled. They're still locked down by the Lions of Terenga. And for a moment, the Crane had quite nearly swiped at the Lions here. Abata try, brilliant delivery. Gavin Chizito and Mustafa Arafat trying to raise themselves to the trajectory of the ball. It just wasn't to be. William Pastor, as always, appreciative of these charges. Frustration quite evident. 89 minutes and counting. Takuba handing off here to pick up the ball. And launches a quick one up front. Easily repelled here by the defense. Once again, back to Takuba, who goes walkers about. That ball is just to roll out here for a ball kick. And there's no momentum here to Ismail Okello as he realizes the Cranes have 4 minutes left in this tournament if they cannot find a score. Kakande. We talk about living on borrowed time. That's exactly where the Cranes are right now. But there's a pass outward from Selagala. And he still manages to stay on his feet. Selagala hits across. Averted by Issa. Still for the Cranes. Kakande goes to the ground. Referee says play the game. The counter-attack. Lions of Terenga still have possession. We need to close down the numbers. Good intelligent play for Seru Joji. Stafakiza goes to the ground. It's a quick kick. And a yellow card here. Referee is one. The drizzle continues. Anxiety sky high. Panic sets in as reality began to knock at the door. The 7-time appearances in Uganda Cranes. 7-time participants in this tournament. Now their 7th expedition come to a close in the next couple of minutes. Ball picked away. Former captain Asane Sise still have possession. Looking to fashion out an opportunity from the left. That's a handball. And there's a streaker up to the pitch. Game will have to be closed momentarily. That's the frustration of the Ugandans. Another try. Frustrating. Bench looking resolute. The fans realize it's going to take another miracle to stay in this game. They still opportunity. Miracles they ask for, miracles they get, but still not quite for the Uganda Cranes. The defense resolute. Hands of Terenga intent on retaining their crowd. Patrick Kakande gets into a physical duel and comes up to us. Zasise will now hold on to the ball. Now is a clean breakaway with numbers 4. There could be a opportunity for a cutback. Setting themselves, teasing, taunting. The shot comes in eventually. Shot target. Senegal looking to make their mark. That would have been good night and God bless for the Lions of Terenga to the Uganda Cranes. Still just, they will believe, they will hope, they will anticipate, they hope to play it. Long ball cleared over perimeter. Some fans' reality seems to dawn on them that this far they have come and no farther will they go. Senegal intent. Referee says carry on. Hingisiwe looking to pass the ball forward. Sama Arafat easily dispossessed. Move clear. Frantic few moments left. We have 10 seconds or less. Gavin. Bradshaw looking for support for Abakashai. The ball lunged out. And the final whistle sounds in the Nelson Mandela Stadium. The defending champions proving they still have enough in the tank to scale the mountain once again and look for the perch of the summit. For the Uganda Cranes, the heroics were written in the stages before. But here, on unfamiliar terrain, here in the uncharted waters of the knockout stage, there is no room for redemption. There is no chance for a second take. One shot, one goal, one kill, and the Cranes have been brought crashing down to the ground at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. It's full time. Uganda Cranes 0. Lions of Terenga, Senegal 1. Well, there'll be no songs to sing here for the fans. There'll be no chants. There'll be no celebrations. Only reflections on the glorious journey that they've had that has led them thus far. This is as far as they'll go. Ahimbisiwe, for the first time brought on as a substitute and not having a mark on the game. Frustration is evident, but they'll have a wry smile about them. For this time, they managed to go a step further than they normally do. Managed to qualify from the group stages, but only just one stage later. And now they will only be participants on the sidelines. They'll only be spectators in the pavilions. Their journey ends here. With the Cranes defeat that marks the last of the hosts in the running, and it is now free for all the players and all the teams that are still in the contest. Senegal joining Morocco and Madagascar in the game. There will be one spot later that will be decided at the New Amman Stadium in the semi-finals. And for now, the Senegalese will have themselves a much-deserved rest. They pitted their wits against the entire team and its home support and still managed to come out top of the pops. Coming to huddle up together and celebrate. The man of the match, rightly so, is the Citadel at the defense. Ugd Vs Sen is the man that has been resolute at the back. And long clearances, be them aerial, be them on the ground. He put in a shift that was worthwhile. The Cranes have had their mythical superstition of never losing at the Mandela National Stadium when it rains brought to a close. Well, in the muted Nelson Mandela Stadium, the tale of the tape will tell very interesting things. Uganda getting their very first upper hand on possession, but it proved not to be decisive with 15 shots on the 4th target. Senegal 7-3 on target, 1 landing flush and getting them the desired result. Ugandans had a couple of fouls in there for frustration. In the end, was not much they could do to amount up to the reigning defending champions. They were marching a quest and a bid to retain their crown. But for the host, they got a praise. The end of the road. And so now look at how the journey to the final stands. Kenya ejected, Madagascar moved on, Tanzania out, Morocco moved on. Now Uganda on the sidelines, Senegal marches on. We'll have one spot left between Algeria and Sudan to form the semi-finals.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day,